everyone, I'm Rachel from Wild Backyard Soaps. Thank you for joining me today. I'm going to give you a quick rundown of what you need to get started making cold processed soap. Here's the essentials. You definitely need oils, several different kinds of oils. Usually a blend is nice. Often they'll have some avocado oil, olive oil, coconut oil, castor oil, beef tallow, things like that. And then you need lye, or sodium hydroxide, NaOH. Often comes in pellets. You want to make sure that it's for soap making, so it's the correct concentration. And this is going to get combined with some water and optional other liquids and dissolve into a solution, and then you're going to combine this with your oils, and it saponifies it and turns it into soap. You will want a recipe. Don't start off making your own recipes at first. You'll want to get to know the properties of the oils and try some tried and true recipes first. I have many cool recipes and ideas posted on my channel, so you can check those out. So make sure that you enter that into soapcalc.net or another recipe calculator online to ensure that there's no incorrect measurements. Make sure that you have the correct amount of lye to fully saponify all of your oils, so that way your soap will end up being safe. And then write it down, and I like to write the date of when I made it, and this just is very helpful to make sure that you add everything in correctly and don't forget something. You're going to need some heat-resistant mixing bowls, such as stainless steel or heat-resistant plastic, ceramic, or glass would be the best, but stay away from aluminum and cheaper plastics because those will react with the lye, which would not be safe. Silicone works great for mixing tools, and then metal, like stainless steel spoons, help, and then silicone-covered whisks, things like that. You will need a scale, ideally 2 decimal places, but 1 will do. You'll still be able to stay pretty accurate with it. An immersion blender is optional. You could stir and stir and stir and stir, but this makes the saponification process happen so much faster because you just stick it right in and blend, and that gets the oils and the lye mixed together really nicely. So having a dedicated set of this stuff that's not going to be touching food also would be better. Just have a tote. You've got all your soap making stuff in it, even though it's a little more expensive to get started. Much better that way, so you're not having to really wash it, because the lye can get in some of the little nooks and crannies. You can't always get it sometimes. You'll need a mold, silicone lined, or you can line with freezer paper. You can use recycled containers. You can build your own out of wood. Any old shape will do. And then you'll want distilled water. So not just water from the tap, because there can be some other things in that. So distilled water. And then most important, safety. Protect those eyes. Not just your regular glasses, something that's going to actually go up against your face. And then chemical resistant gloves. And this comes up to your arms. You'll want closed-toed shoes, ideally covering your arms, your chest, your feet, just in case of splashes. And then if you do accidentally get lye on you, rinse, 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 rinse. Some of the optional things for making soap: smaller containers with nice pour spouts if you want to split up your batch and do different colors. Some of the colors you can add would be like titanium dioxides and other oxides, or mica powders, or natural plant powders. And then you can add some fragrance oils or essential oils. I try to stick with mostly natural, but sometimes it's fun to try a different project. And then to disperse some of those colorants, you might need to put them in some smaller little plastic cups. And then I have a jar that I put my fragrances or essential oils into to make sure I'm measuring the correct amount per pound of oils. Optional, but highly recommend. A lot of soap makers will use sodium lactate when they make their soaps because it helps harden the bars and you can unmold them faster, and it makes them look shiny. So that's nice. You do about a teaspoon per pound of soap. You can do other additives such as kaolin clay, rose clay, green clay, coffee grounds, oats, herbs, salt, tons of cool things you can add. Even honey, sugars, coffee, tea, milks, purees, avocado, pumpkin, different spices. There's a lot of fun things you can do, but make sure you're sticking with the correct ratio per pound of oils or per pound of soap, and follow that recipe, especially until you get more comfortable, and then you can branch off and experiment some more. If you want to do fun little designs or swirls, you could do like a hanger or a hook. If you want to help prevent soda ash, which is just some of the surface lye reacting with the oxygen in the air, I would recommend getting a spray bottle with some 91 to 99% isopropyl alcohol that you can spray over the surface, so that creates a temporary layer to keep the lye from being in contact with the air, and then it will evaporate later. And then it would be nice to have like a cardboard box to cover your soaps and then throw blankets over top, or even put on a heating pad for about 30 minutes. That helps promote the soap to gel, so that hardens it up and helps the colors to pop. Special glass for your lye solution. I can't remember if I mentioned that, but that's an important one for sure. And then handy infrared thermometer to make sure that your oils and your lye solution are within 10 degrees of each other, and ideally between 95 and 120. So this has been so nice. I used to use one where you had to stick it in and then I'm constantly wiping it off, and then I'm getting my hands close to the lye solution. Not a good situation. So this has been amazing. And then I always keep a trash can and some paper towels nearby because I am a messy soap maker. That is a good start. It's a little spendy getting everything you need to start up with, but once you have it, it's a great investment because soap making is such a fun hobby. It's a useful hobby. It's great for the environment. You can't go wrong, really. So I hope you enjoyed this and found it helpful. Let me know in the comments below if you have any other questions. And definitely check out my next video, which is how to make soap, the actual video and process of that. And then I have a lot of other fun videos on different soap projects that you can try once you're a little bit more comfortable. Don't forget to subscribe for more soapy adventures, and I will see you soon.